Queen 경기장 도시형.
All right, welcome to game number 8 now between Empire and Mouz Sports. Over here at the 9 o'clock position on Terminus, we have our green Protoss player hailing from Team Mouz. He is MaNa. And neither player wants their opponent to have luck, just to have fun, as Empire.viOLet is our purple Zerg down here at the 6 o'clock position. So PVZ, 6 and 9 o'clock positions now should make for a fun match.
Yeah. Definitely will. And the probe coming out at the normal time. We're going to see either a Nexus First or a Forge expand here from MaNa. As you can see, putting that pylon down in a position to wall off that front area. It is a little bit narrower now in the newer version of the map. Although, how long has it been? It's been like...
We've been using this version of the map, I think,
now,
for... Yeah, I was about to say 3 months, because I believe we used this version of the map in Team Arena Challenge 1, so back from the end of November, basically.
Yep. I think it was a little bit earlier. I think it was maybe a month or so before that it happened in the GSL, so... Yeah, it's been around. I guess it's not really the new version of the map anymore. Now it's just the map. Yeah,
the map. But yeah, I mean, of course, if you guys are wondering, you know, if you're not too familiar with the different iterations of this map, there were versions where this area was a lot wider. There were versions where there was destructible debris leading down to the third. There were ones where it was just open. There were ones where destructible debris was not present over at the third, so it was easier to take 3 bases. So there's been a lot of tweaks to this map.
Yeah, absolutely. But all in all, I think it's resulted in a pretty good map. It's kind of run its course. We're not seeing it in too many events anymore, but I still think it's a good map. Yep, it's pretty large. It's rotationally symmetrical as well, if you will. And the third is not quite as easy to take as it used to be. Like we mentioned earlier, there are rocks there. So some people do still decide to stay on 2 bases, but we've seen a lot of Zergs take 3 anyway.
All right, well, MaNa going to get it in Scout. Doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. Spawning pool up first to make sure no blockage goes down at the natural or anything along those lines, although MaNa looks like he's certainly going to try nonetheless. He's going to patrol back and forth until that HP gets low, then he'll try and slam down a pylon.
Yep, that's right. And where is the pylon? He doesn't quite have 100 minerals quite yet. He's going to have to continue to block it a little bit longer. Yeah, so just going to try to block it for a little bit.
Well, let's see here now, as he does have 100 once again, and there's the pylon.
Right before the probe dies, too. That's extra annoying. But there are a couple lings on the way, so this isn't going to slow down the hatchery all that much longer. It already did delay it a significant amount. You can see up to 500 minerals right now for Violet. But
it is really annoying.
That's right. I wonder if he's going to do... Because the 3-hatch build is so popular right now in CVP, and you could still do it in a way where you'd put that hatchery near the rocks. Oh, yeah, he's immediately going for the rocks.
Now, I saw... The first player I ever saw do this was Rhett, and this was actually back around... September, October of last year, where the third hatchery actually goes, or actually more off to the side, you know, but he starts mining from some of the mineral patches while the destructible debris go down, and then that one will eventually serve as his macro hatch as he puts down the normal position to get effective mining from the rest of the patches.
Yep, very true here. So yeah, forgoing any sort of real scouting or anything early on, just making enough lings to break down those rocks relatively quickly. So everything is going to be a little bit later for Violet than it would normally be in your average ZVP. But it's still going to be faster than a lot of Protoss players would be used to on this map as well. So I think the benefit is still going to be there for Violet in taking down those rocks and taking that third hatchery much quicker.
All right, so let's see here. I think there's a gap between all of these structures, actually. So one there and one there.
Yeah, I think you're right,
Kind of looks like it, so...
Maybe. Yeah. I think there is.
Yeah, so we'll see if that's going to allow some lings to slip on through later, but...
Those rocks have a lot of health, man.
Yeah, they do. Even the drone getting in on the action.
Yep. Do they have armor, too, on this one? I don't believe.
Yeah.
They do have armor.
+3 armor.
So those Zerglings are only doing 2 damage apiece to that, yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun.
That takes a while. All right, so third hatchery getting started there by Violet. Does take his 2 gas earlier than you would normally see here, but this is kind of similar to what we've seen. So we're probably going to see him try to tech up to lair pretty quickly here. Get that Roach-Warren Evo's chamber up as well.
Looks like he's going to try and make his way through now. There's Photon Cannon sitting there ready to defend. And this Zealot has plugged one of those gaps, but I don't know. Something in me says that is still a gap right there.
I think his Cybercore is like 1 spot too far forward, if I had to guess here.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Violet's going to look at that, and he's going to be like,
Yeah.
He's got to try it. Even with the cannon there, you got to try it.
All right.
Second cannon, though. There as well.
2 cannons, that's going to be tough, especially once the sentry joins here in just a second. But All right, so let's see now, as already setting up Pylon over on the outside. This is eventually going to be a Stargate, or is he just prepping? As Probe going to make its way back now. Violet going up to Layer Tech, though. And of course, his third base is on the way.
Yep, that's right. And there's Road 4, and we'll probably see the Evo Chamber. There it is as well. Yep, yeah. So pretty standard build from Violet here. From here, you can go into a couple different things, although lately, again, Mutalisks have been extremely popular, but somehow an extremely hard to say sentence, I guess.
Well, let's see. There's a Twilight Council up now for Manas. He's going to gas 3 and 4 already, with quite a bit of that saved up. This poor Probe is not even going to know what hit him, although it's going to take a while for the death to happen. His circling speed is still 25 seconds away.
Yep. So if we take a look at Mana's base, he's getting that +1. Actually, he just finished it. Now he's getting +2. Getting Blink as well. How many gateways are we on? Just the one at the moment, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So will he decide to go for some sort of 2-gate or a 2-base +2 Blink timing, or will this just be kind of a lower number of gateways and a faster expansion? We'll have to see. We'll find out right now. There's 2 more gateways.
That's 2 and 3 on the way now, so he'll have the resources for more in just a bit, but of course is saving up quite a bit of gas right now. Hallucination also going to join the mix here in a second. This Overlord is going to be tickle beamed to death. And there's gateway number 4. And we'll probably see some more in just a bit.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Getting Hallucination is an interesting choice. Okay, so there will be 6 gates. Could even put down a 7th. In fact, I think that's what we're going to see here.
Has the resources for it, and he hasn't moved that Probe quite yet. Oh, Overseer's actually going to make its way in. A first Stalker actually gets warped in now, but Violet going to lose that Overseer eventually. Let's see if he can get it out of there. No, it looks like the Stalker's going to chase him down just barely.
Yep. So Violet does count 6 gateways, but will there be a 7th? Nope, doesn't look like there will be quite yet. All right. So he is going to expand off of this. This isn't going to be any sort of all-in or anything.
And he's actually going to move up to Infestors, though. So Violet with Infestors, also Ventral Sacs and Roach Speed and +1 weapons, all joining the fray right now.
All right. You know, Violet was one of those players back in Korea like Revival was on TSO, where he did like his drop play in a lot of the matchups that he had. So that's not too surprising to see him do.
And we'll see if what he's going to do here now. Seems like Mana may be thinking about taking another base. At the very least, clearing up those destructible debris, though. So it gives them the flexibility to move there eventually. Robo hitting the field as well. At not wanting to rely on Phoenix's revision of high ground, maybe?
Burrowed roaching. Is that's
a hobby of mine
going for the strategy. Burrowed roaching.
Yes.
Yep, that's what he's going to do. He's going to, and that'll be really frustrating for Mana to deal with, because he'll be able to drop those roaches in there, do some damage, and then burrow, force Mana to bring that observer over, build more cannons.
And Mana actually investing in a lot of infrastructure right now. I mean, yes, he has more Stalkers up. Yes, they're already on +2 weapons with +3 on the way. He's got a third base coming up, and his opponent is amassing a quite large force. A lot of banked resources as well. That could become a ton of roaches here in a second. Or looks like just lings and upgrades for now.
Yeah, not a lot of gas, so he's not going to be able to make too many roaches initially. But he does have some infestors on the way as well. So he is planning on some sort of aggression sometime soon, I would have to imagine, but Mana looks like he's in pretty good shape to handle all that. He's down on supply, yeah, but the units that he has can really go a long way. With Blink and a +2, it's going to be very strong.
And he's just slowly picking off Creep Tumors. Nice play here.
Yeah.
And can blink back pretty quickly. It looks like Violet wants to come out and meet this force, though, and he's going to have to watch out. Let's blink away with this Stalker as well. No, it's actually just being ignored. So, hey, you can fight me too. Finally dies.
All right. Lings are pretty good against Blink Stalkers. They can blink away, but as you can see, the Lings catch up very quickly. Oh, and he's going to get nearly all these roaches, or all these Stalkers. Very nicely done. Only 4 escaping. That was a big blow to Mana's force.
All right, well, Violet is approaching max, as a matter of fact, which is going to be sub 13-minute mark with a number of infestors in there as well. So not just low tech, but with drops, tons of upgrades, things like that in store as well.
Yeah, this could just be kind of a big Doom drop. We'll have to see. He could actually just push the front with this, too. He's so far ahead at this point in terms of fighting units.
Yeah.
But what will it be?
Well, we've got another Colossus coming out right now.
As well.
Yeah, I just heard the Warp Prism load up, so it is down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll watch this and we'll watch the drop at the same time, as that's a lot of units loading up. It looks like they're just going to make their way over to the main. Looks like MaNa may be privy to this, though, because he does have the observer floating overhead.
He's ready.
So a few of these observers will die. I'm sorry, a few of the overlords will.
Yes, they will. One dying before unloading anything. In fact, he's going to lose a good amount of overlords. But here come the roaches. Will it be enough? The first Colossus pops out as well. And how will the fight go? Oh, attacking the third as well.
Yeah, and we have a drop inside of the main of his opponent, but look at this. Not a lot here to stop these roaches. Finally, a couple of infestors pop out. The Blink Stalkers are pretty powerful already on +3 weapons.
They are.
But don't know if that's going to be enough. There's already 1 weapons upgrade for the roaches as well, so they're certainly no slouches. The Warp Prism is not dropping in any more units. It looks like MaNa has actually lost his third, and there's still a number of Lings that are out there, and he's continuing to do damage inside of the main, but a lot of Overlords are going to die in the process as well.
Yeah, that's right. They're dropping a lot of creep, though, so that's going to make it tough for MaNa to rebuild any buildings there that he might have lost. Spire on the way now for Violet as well. Very interesting. A switch into Mutalisks would be quite cool, although I've got a feeling we're going to see him make Corruptors, go into a later game tech with Broodlords possibly. That'd be a little bit better of a choice here. Oh, does he get the gateway?
And down to 10 hit points. It'll die here. There it goes. And just waiting for MaNa possibly to blink out and try and take this on. Don't know if he wants to yet, though, attacking behind the defensive position. There's not another Colossus coming out. Oh, there we go. Finally, another one started. 107 supply to 147, however.
MaNa's base is just in shambles right now. He's down to pretty much just 1 mining base. His main still has a little bit in it, but not a whole lot. And, yeah, Violet is just going to get way, way, way ahead here. He could decide to expand. I'm actually surprised he's not throwing down a few more hatcheries right now.
Yeah, I kind of wondered about that as well, but of course his big limiting factor is he's being supply blocked over and over again. Oh, but here comes Violet. He's just going to try and flood his way through. We do have an Immortal and a Colossus popping up at the same time. If these roaches are able to pick off the Robos, though, it would be devastating. The Immortal does manage to make his way out, but he's not been included in this fight. In fact, MaNa looks like he's just going to get overrun.
This is it. I think Mouz is going to be eliminated from this tournament.
Oh,
I don't think there's a way MaNa can win this game.
No, well, he's trying to defend right here. We're going to see if this Immortal alone is enough. No, taking too much damage already. Goes down.
Yep.
Pro's being called into the fight, but there's not an Observer overhead, nor is there a Photon Cannon at all. The Colossus is racking up a few kills. It looks like he'll drive away this first round here, but that alone is not going to be enough.
Yeah, he's doing a ton of damage, but probes can't repair, so the Colossi will maybe eventually go down. No, not going down. Nice hold there from MaNa, but just not enough, man. I mean, the reinforcements from Violet should end the game here. Yeah, sending in some infestors as well. And those probes could get fungled, and they do.
Oh, my God.
Ouch.
That's so many units. That's a 100
man.
Supply advantage for Violet. It looks like Empire is going to move on to take on Enes Hosa in Losers Round 3, a Team Arena Challenge. What a game out of Empire.viOLet.
Yeah, I know. Despite being in the losers bracket, Empire really showing that they are a force to be reckoned with in the foreign world. GG from MaNa, and that is it. Empire takes down Mouz 5-3 in IPL Team Arena Challenge number 2. Mouz is out. They are gone.